Hey guys, welcome back to channel May We See. The sun's currently in Sag and the moon is in Aquarius, and it matches perfectly up with the card I pulled today, which is the Bear. And our spiritual hibernation is now over and it's time to get moving forward. And I feel like this Aquarius moon and this Sagittarius sun, it's like we're being propelled to like step into this new adventure as this like newfound like spiritual path that we feel the need to like take and move forward into, as we realized we'd limited ourselves a lot in ways. We're now wanting to expand our energy, and with this newfound like way of being that we want to step into, we also are like shedding so much of ourselves that we feel like we're like this new being stepping back into the world, and it can feel like, wow, like I'm in this abyss and everything's different because I'm different and I view things different and I want to be different, and so I have to view everything differently and react differently, and I don't know how people are going to react to me, and I don't know how I'm going to react to what's going on because I'm just different and everything's different. Even though the abyss has always been the abyss, I'm different in this abyss, and it's just a lot to be stepping out into the world again and leaving those like comfort zone caves that we were in and wanting to embrace something new, as we realized that we were limiting ourselves from having what we actually want by finding comfort in what was already here, even though we have so many aspirations and so many desires that go unfulfilled where we are because we're not willing to take steps to fulfilling those desires. And obviously it's essential to be fulfilled without those desires. But it's like, what would life be without desires that we can work towards and move to? But what would be the point of having desires if we never even became the being to have that desire fulfilled and moved towards that and take steps towards fulfilling those desires as a fulfilled being, as we take steps into being a vibrational match with the things that we do desire? It's like, why would we desire if we didn't take the steps to be a fulfillment of that desire? It's just, we wouldn't. There's no point in desiring unless we are going to go after exactly what we want and become exactly what we want by being a vibrational match. And basically, this bear is like, all right, like, if you know what you want, and you actually want it, it's time to come out of that cage, because you're not going to get what you want where you are if what you want isn't right here. And like, obviously, to be able to create a map and know where we need to move on our journey, we need to know where we are, and to be fulfilled where we are and be aware of where that is and the steps that we need to take, and acceptance of where we are is how we know what moves we need to make. And so it's really important to understand where this cave is that we've been in, and where we want to go is in the vibrational match of where we want to go. And we gotta let go of like time frames. We gotta let go of these pictures we have in our minds and instead embody vibrations and just focus on our own paths and focus on being a vibrational match to what we want. And yeah, I pretty much just said the same thing over and over and over again, but like, we need to hear this over and over and over again so we actually do something about it, because we just haven't. But the stars are aligned to like be like, all right guys, like, this is the time to do this. Like, I know it feels like you're in an abyss coming out of this goddamn cage after you've been sleeping in your comfort zone for so long. But the more steps you take, the more familiar you're going to get with this new world and this new growth that's in this forest that happened while we were in hibernation. We are going to become comfortable in our new bearings only when we start walking through them. And it's like, we're not going to be able to step into this higher selves if we're scared of taking the first step into the suit of our highest selves. I don't really like to say suit because that's like a role, but like at the same time, like, we're all here just playing roles. Like, what do you think this human form is? Like, a vibrational essence is essentially a role that you choose to be and choose to exist within. So, like, the irony of life, dude. But truly, it's time to step out of these cages. It's literally just fine that we have no idea where we're going, because we know where we are inside of ourselves. And that's what we should focus on. And like surrendering to our present moment and realizing that like being in this abyss and being like, wow, like this is crazy. Like this is the first time I'm finally like accepting, like I want to move forward. So now I have to look at where I am and start to walk, like realizing that there's potentially distance between where you are and where you want to go. Doesn't need to be intimidating, and it doesn't need to be scary, and it doesn't need to make you feel like you're not whole now. Just like something that I realized yesterday, that it's like every single moment is divinely intended. Every single moment is a puzzle piece to the whole divine. So like without bringing acceptance and realizing the divinity and bringing that into our awareness of our present moment, we're never going to be able to manifest other moments that we enjoy, because we're always going to perceive lack now, so we're only going to bring lack to us. So being fulfilled, coming out of these comfort zones, being uncomfortable, being in this abyss, and enjoying that, and seeing the fulfillment and seeing the purpose of these moments that may feel uncomfortable and may feel like even like we don't know where we're going. If we bring that attention back into the self and realize that we are whole and fulfilled, this moment becomes whole and fulfilled, and we only become a deeper magnet to more situations that make us feel whole and fulfilled of those desires that we do have, and will only attract fulfillment of desires if we are fulfillment with desire inside our own selves and choose to take those steps outside of our comfort zone cages into the higher life that we actually want to embody and live. Because we cannot reach our highest timeline if we've become too comfortable in a lower one and become too identified and if we have become so content with our lower timeline being home and unwilling to take a step and take a risk into our higher timelines, we can never attract them and we can never stop living them. So now is the time to just be like, all right, like this is time. It is time to be in unfamiliarity, because the moment I step into this unfamiliarity and trust my intuition and realize that I have the entire knowing of everything within myself, and the knowing is this moment, because this moment is exactly what I need, we will be able to embrace our present moments and create magic within them, and everything will become a miracle, and miracles will only be attracted to us. So don't be afraid of leaving this cave, because outside of the cave is everything that we want, and fulfillment of all of these things. And you can have fulfillment in your cage, but then what's that desire for? May we see.